Okay. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, so, when we last left our heroes, doo-ba-doo.
When we last left our heroes, they managed to go ahead and get a side quest. How meta is that for you? Anyway, they proceeded through a forest and encountered a frisky ghost who could summon will-o-wisps and fog, and apparently was very lonely.
Alright.
And there's a good chance that they'll run into her again, and that's that. Oh, and the sun may be a pervert.
Alright, cool.
Yep.
Yep. Yep,
So it's
that's...
morning of the fifth day?
Fourth day.
Fourth day, okay.
Yes, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Alright. So, you're on the road, okay? And
Oh.
weather...
Uh,
Yep, you're on the road. Weather is clearing up. Things are looking good. And let's say, what's it called? Do you
what
want...
terrain is this?
Huh?
What terrain is this that we're in exactly? Forest?
Forest. Road.
Okay.
You guys want to talk to each other?
Let's see. Soraya would... Let's see. Probably kind of hang back at the hang back at the back and motion Valbar to come closer.
Valbar.
Yeah.
Soraya is motioning to you to come closer.
Okay, I get
Oh,
closer.
wait, I guess I should ask. Does Soraya know about his alternate identity? Like his DN identity?
Uh,
I would hope she would.
Roll dice.
Uh,
Just beat a 10. Intelligence.
there's the dice. Okay. I got a 9,
Including your mod?
including my mod.
No, you don't know.
Okay. So Soraya would motion Valor would come closer. As he got closer, she would bring up, look, I know you don't speak a lot of DN, but this morning I realized that you need to have, a DN identity, to keep yourself and us, from being suspicious. So I would recommend creating a name for yourself that, sounds DN, and also identifying towards a clan as well. The clans are everything here. And if you have any questions, I have a book and we can find one for you.
She says,
I,
okay.
okay. I don't really know very much about the DN culture, though. But I do think that the name Matsuo Kaito would sound pretty cool. But I don't know what families would be linked to that.
What? Where did you hear that?
I don't know. It's a combo of other people's names I've heard them talking about. I've heard people call out Matsuo something or other, and then I heard a Kaito. So put together, and it sounds pretty cool.
This is true.
Yeah.
What he
And
says is
Soraya-
true.
Yeah. Soraya would kind of know. It's like, well, it does kind of work that way. You know, I don't know exactly what your name means, but
In meta, I mean store over the ocean.
okay. But I'm sure we could, find a clan that befits it. Once we stop for lunch, we can look for one for you. There's some game in there. Anyway, bleh, words. This isn't in character. Soraya would then ask Valbar if he has any ideas about what we're gonna do about the ghost girl, because I assume that this whole situation was explained to everyone.
Which whole situation?
The fact that, or wait, no, everyone would have heard. Never mind. Basically, everyone knows that there's this girl after a boy.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked Valbar if he has any ideas now that we're just away from the location.
I honestly do not know, but I do have this book. It is the book on winter spirits, so you can probably check and try to see if you can find some information on this. So I hand her my book on winter spirits that is signed.
You mean Yui's book?
Yes.
Well, I already asked her about winter spirits, and she said that she didn't know about any
Oh.
spirits that directly looked like this. I know next time I see her, I can check to see if she's living or undead, or at least if she's undead. So we'll know if we're dealing with a Dian or a spirit. So if I were to place a bet, it would be on the latter one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Hmm. I don't know if there would be anything else to mention.
In meta, how would I determine my Father's Day, Mother's Day?
Just pick one.
Yeah, it's fine. Just pick one.
Yeah.
Because at that point, you're not really in control
Mm-hmm.
of your parents' names. So it's like,
Yeah. So, yeah. Just pick what sounds good.
let's not go for cool.
Yeah. Rule of cool, as it were.
I
But-
permit rule of cool.
Yeah. So as lunch and
I do not
I guess
permit rule of
I guess
cool.
I guess
stupid.
before parting ways in the conversation, Soraya would ask, or basically,
No, you have the book in your hands, mind you. Just letting you know.
okay, I hand the book back.
She hands the book back to you, Valbar.
I take it back.
Soraya would then mention, I can do what I can to teach you, more Dian, but ultimately, it's going to be slow since we're traveling with, or I won't be able to do much in the next couple days while we're traveling with these people. And I don't know if you can practice with yourself, but
You guys,
really
you guys would have to.
the accent.
You guys have to go ahead and go like, well, either find for Tim's purposes, he would either have to find a clan that would have a distinctive accent similar to his if he was speaking Dian, and or try to undo his accent and just speak common Dian.
Right, and that's what Soraya was mentioning. That she'd do her best to help teach him, basically as like hey, I can teach you a little bit each day. There's just going to be a delay as of right now, and as far as practice and the speech goes, just try to hide the accent as much as you can, because we haven't encountered it. That. Anyway.
That said, Valbar, you know that it would be wise to find out Dians who can have a distinctive accent like yours, particularly like country accent or maybe certain regional areas that would have a distinctive accent.
Well, I don't have access to the knowledge you do, so what would be a good?
You don't know. Your character has to find out.
Well,
Okay.
it could just be an idea he gets, like maybe Dians have dialects.
Yes, that's what I'm trying
I
to
think
say.
that's what Joseph's trying to say. That
Yeah.
Yeah, note. in your quest to search for it, Tim, uh, unless I make a clan, you just continue searching until I confirm you found one, and then I can say, and then I'll let you decide whatever the hell you want it to be. You know my rule. If I haven't made it, but but it's part of your character background, uh, you're partially making the world for me. Make sense?
Yeah.
Well, as it stands, he could just pick a random clan name, and then if we encounter a Dian, or he learns of a Dian clan that has a distinct accent, he could always change it because he,
Okay.
yeah, because he'd have to be able to answer what clan he's from.
That's true.
He just have to.
And then you can
Anyway.
then you can get away with his accent.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Anyway, so I wouldn't really have anything else to discuss with Valbar. So only because I don't. Or does anyone else have anything to mention before we go to a lunchtime in game?
Kate.
Okay,
Um.
so basically at lunch. Okay, basically at lunchtime, Soraya would ask everyone if they had any ideas on how to, best, or basically who would be the next volunteer for staying up, or if anyone had any new ideas about how to ward off the spirits or prevent them from, interrupting us while we slept.
Well, I have a spell that I can use.
Soraya looks over. What kind of spell?
It would grant us protection for 8 hours for 9 beings.
Soraya looks at Noru.
Wait, are you at lunchtime?
Yeah.
Okay. Valbar, you also think right now is a good time for you to reference your book. So, look at your book and roll for intelligence.
Okay.
No. I'm talking to Tim.
While he's rolling, Soraya
Alright.
looks rather blankly at Noru. Why didn't you bring this to our attention before?
I didn't take it into consideration that
7.
it might be useful.
Oh, that's too bad, Tim.
Yeah.
Continue on.
Let's see. Well, how would Oh wait, bards don't have spell books. Never mind.
Yeah, they don't.
It's okay, well, is there anything that you need to prepare for the spell?
I need a small crystal bead.
How big? And Soraya kind of just tries to make a certain size.
With her fingers.
Yeah.
Wait a second. I'm reading this and it just says a small crystal bead.
Yeah. Material components without an actual price cost is very vague. It's a very vague descriptor, and it could so for the record, it could be literally any size. So for your knowledge, Kate, it could be as big as a grape, or as small as one of those really tiny little things that you put on those really pathetic bracelets that is just really, really tiny.
Okay.
Okay. Soraya
As long as it's a bead, not a marble.
Yeah. It's like bead, crystal bead. And Soraya holds up a finger and kind of goes over by her backpack and acts like she's rummaging around, but reaches into her components bag and pulls out a few crystal beads. Will these work? And comes back and asks if these will work.
Yes, those will work.
Soraya hands over the crystal beads.
How many crystal beads do you hand over?
3.
I'll allow it. Because your bag is quantum.
Yeah.
It's a quantum bag of components until it's run empty, and then we actually start putting stuff in it, name by name.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. You have 3 beads, Kate. They have no weight, just put them in your inventory so you can use them without, asking for Soraya's help when need be.
Okay. So, I put them in my inventory.
Excellent.
Soraya then turns to Yuki and asks, based on what we saw last night, can you think of anything?
She says, well, actually,
about-
based on what I saw, I've been doing a lot of thinking. We're not fighting. We're not finding any will-o-wisps, darling. And she shakes her finger and looks at you and shakes her face side by side very slightly. Stop chewing.
I'm not chewing.
Okay, well, sounds kind of loud.
It sounds like you're literally reaching
was-
into a bag of potato chips right next to the microphone.
Yeah, that's why I muted it real quick. I didn't realize my mic was picking it up so heavily.
All right. Anyway, so she's shaking her head. She's like, I've been doing Latin. We're not fighting will-o-wisps here. There were no will-o-wisps. I believe what we're fighting is a Yuki Onna. That is why they are quite powerful on a higher level of a higher level of power than will-o-wisp, much higher. And that explains for the wild weather that we've been having, why the weather has mostly stopped. We have mostly gone past her hunting grounds, and she's just given up on us for right now. But they're relentless. Very relentless. They will chase us for days, just like they have. I'm surprised she still hasn't chased us down. Perhaps she's looking for easier prey.
And what is the goal of a Yuki Onna exactly?
Mostly to go ahead and just suck the life out of them.
Soraya kind of glances over to the boy.
The boys with the dad, they're not there. They're just at the cart. They're not with guys.
They're not eating lunch?
They're eating lunch at the cart.
Okay.
So, but when you do look around, he just kind of turns his head like, what?
Soraya just kind of sighs and looks back at Yuki. What can we do? Like, what's the best course of action in dealing with these Yuki Onnas?
Honestly, with the favoritism, the kind of spiritual level it's on, it's not a commoner kind of level. It's on a higher level. It's going to be the kind of result if you killed one of those flying, spiritual butterflies. It's a sacred spirit. It's very
Of course.
very dangerous to handle. I've been thinking about many ways to deal with this. Let me go ahead and look through my book.
Well, I haven't had any intention of harming her. More to follow your advice and just not hurt any spirits.
Hey Joseph, in a meta sense, can Balbar cast Arcane Lock on the boy so that he can't undress when the spirit takes him?
Who
Uh,
says that that's actually gonna happen and that that's how they actually steal their life force?
It's a joke.
oh,
I wouldn't
No.
understand this anyway.
was that really? I didn't think it was funny at all. I thought you were serious.
No, I said in a meta sense of joking around because Arcane Lock, prevents the opening of objects that you cast it on.
Yeah, no, it's not a good joke. Anyway,
Fine.
what was it? What was it? So, what's it called? Was it? Well, then again, what's it called? This spirit is certainly blessed of some color, some sort. It's quite unique. That's why it's gained. That's why it's so powerful. It must be an older spirit, and must be quite dominant. That's why we also haven't seen any actual will-o-wisps or any actual other
Then
spirits.
what were the ones that we saw the past 2 nights?
Those weren't will-o-wisps at all. I believe those would be her own spell casting. Dancing lights, if I recall.
Hmm.
Yes, I figured this all out once I actually saw the one for myself and what she was trying to do and why she didn't actually want to fight us. It's because Yugi owners don't actually go after groups like ours. It's very rare. It's very, very rare. There's not many Yuki owners in the first place, but the Snow Woman likes to pick easy prey. Mercenaries, single warriors and stuff. Which is why it might have been a problem to get rid of her in the first place. There hasn't been any band of, heroes to go after her. It's probably single, men with lots of armor and gear and weapons and money.
Muscle.
and-
I'm sorry,
and-
I just reminded you saying that. Anyway,
muscles. Muscles. And money.
Soraya kind of held up her hand like, I got it.
I think we should go after this.
After the Yuki Onna.
Yes.
But didn't you say it would have the same effect as the spiritual butterfly?
Yes. But it could be worth it.
How so? Soraya's kind of suspicious now.
And she's like nervous and thinking to herself, I'm an old lady. She's got the look on her face like, I'm an old lady. This is crazy. But money.
Are you saying that
She's like putting her face to it. Like, I can't believe it. Why? It's like, what is wrong with me? With all the, I believe, with all the heroes that she may have killed, there may be a stockpile of weapons and armor that we could sell.
But how would we know where it is? We've traveled 3 days straight, 4 days straight so far. We don't even know where the epicenter of her territory is.
We will have to find out. We will have to go back and do a serious surveillance. Someone who's skilled in the woods, someone who could, who's really good at navigation and following prey.
Soraya looks over at Taman.
Taman looks back at you. He's like, He nods his head. Wait, is he is Ghost currently his is Undead his favorite enemy now?
He has. There's multiple. It
Wait,
stacks.
how many does he have?
2. He has beasts and undead. And his favorite territory are mountains and forest.
Okay. All right.
So he would be extremely confident and not worried in this area. And,
Are you sure it wasn't giants?
well, because he wasn't fighting giants, he was fighting beasts.
No. Okay. You're right. You're right. You're right.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but just that makes more sense logically since he wasn't fighting giants every day. For,
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm just thinking. You've only countered spirits for a very limited time.
Well, the spirits is the second one that he took on. Like that's only with the 7th level that he got. And we've been in D for how long?
I think almost an in-game of at least 9 months.
I thought it was like a year.
Oh no, you're not a year yet. Well, I guess you're. Oh gosh, that timeline keeps getting fucked up. It's from 9 months to a year.
Okay.
You think that's enough time to get good at spirits?
Well, considering the amount that we've encountered and seen,
Okay, I'll give it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give it. All right. Okay. So anyway, so he can track. He's learned to track spirits. Got it. All right.
yeah.
So yeah, we could hunt this. At best, there could even be magical items. Oh my goodness, can you imagine? A person skilled in wizardry getting all caught up and then dying? That's a spell book right there. That's a spell book. Not only that, but there could be other spirits there. Oh gosh, and then we might have to go ahead and set them free, and then. Okay, well we'll have to see. But there's loot.
Soraya butts in. First, we finish this mission. We get them through the forest safely. And if this spirit is as dangerous as you're making it sound, and if it has a radius of territory that's spanning 4 days across, as I'm guessing it might, then this very well could be the spirit that's been doing the abductions.
Absolutely.
The only thing is we don't know we don't know the demographic of the disappearances though. If it's only caravans that are being led by.
All I really know for sure is that the smaller the group, the more likely she's gonna hunt them.
Exactly. So
A
she
group
must.
like ours is very unlikely, so it had to be someone who is not prepared to really defend themselves. Typically, just a single hero would be the case. A man who's out there to go ahead and make a name for himself by slaying this so-called beast that's taking people away alone. Easy prey.
Soraya then pauses, but why would she attack our group then if it's so unlikely? There'd have to be a reason.
Well, because we were the first ones here. She wanted. It's been a while, so she probably been going after us. And I believe she actually stays here all year long. It's possible she doesn't just only come here in the wintertime.
There haven't been any disappearances this year yet.
So it's quite possible that she waits all year long, and then grabs the newest one, which is why I'm also believing that because there are no names of a Yuki-onna, no one ever really figures it out. It's because she only works in the winter. She can control the weather.
Soraya nods. Well, if this really is the spirit that's causing all the trouble, then I don't think we have a choice but to.
Great, excellent. Can't wait to plan this out. I will continue making plans on how we can engage this threat.
And not get cursed.
Oh no, we'll probably get cursed. We'll probably go ahead and find this. I'll be thinking about that. I'll be thinking about how we can work on that.
Soraya nods. But we get them to safety first.
Yeah. That gives me time to plan.
Soraya nods. Then she looks at Noru and basically just tries to plan out the night about the barrier that she has.
All right, cool. Nighttime. Further along. That's the timeline is now.
Yeah. Basically, we're just about to stop for the night.
I is your DM. Alright, so, you stop for the night. It's nighttime. Weather's good.
Soraya looks at Noru. So, what do we need to do to get this spell of yours working?
For this spell, I need. Sorry, I still don't understand this. It's VSM.
Yeah, VSM means verbal, somatic, and material. So verbal means you have to say something. Somatic means that you have to have a item/symbol, which would be your instruments, and then material is the crystal beads. So
somatic is also hand motions. It's a motion base.
Oh yeah, hand motion with the item.
I mean, if you don't have an item, it would have to be, hand waving.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah, so your character would know this, but essentially, Soraya's just trying to make sure that, the spell can be cast successfully on us. So
she's trying to be helpful. She's trying to be a part of something.
Because as it stands, she's never seen a spell come out of Noru. So.
Which does remind me of a great story. Okay. Out again. Time out. Okay. You know that meme song? We are number one.
Yeah.
So someone,
Yes.
so someone built a bard. Okay, that was like.
Oh my gosh! I already know where this is going, and I love
chaotic.
it.
And he never cast a spell until he was able to go ahead and make illusionary copies of himself.
Oh my gosh!
And project his voice from said illusionary copies.
Oh my gosh!
And then when the moment came, okay, when he was a high enough level, and everyone's like, "Please cast a spell for God's sakes." Oh, I've been waiting for this moment, and like pulls out his guitar, and then starts doing the whole, we are number one, and just plays the music all at once, and then
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Oh yeah, and they're like, oh, and everyone's like, oh my god, and it's like the best part was everyone thought he was like lawful good until that moment, and it's like, wait a second, you're a villain this entire time. It's like, yeah, I am a bad guy.
Here's a little lesson in trickery.
yeah, that's how it went. The DM wasn't on
Okay.
it too.
Huh?
The DM was also in on it.
Awesome.
That's funny shit.
I think. I don't know. It doesn't matter who was in on it. It just it happened.
Yeah.
Alright, anyway, back to the
I'm
game.
committed to the meme.
Oh yeah, committed. Alright, go back to the game.
Alright, so yeah, essentially Soraya would walk over and make sure that we're all good for the spell being cast, and
What is the
I guess
spell, by
just
the
trying
way?
to hurry it along.
What's the spell, by the way? I need the name of the spell.
Something's tiny hut.
Oh, I know that one.
Tiny hut.
Ludman's Tiny Hut Ritual. Got it. Alright, somatic.
Lasts for 8 hours. It has the radius, which all of us should fit in there. She just basically has to state like what the internal area is going to be like.
All right. Well, Noru, it's the ball's in your court.
Okay. So, I pull out one of my crystal beads that Sarai gave me. And wait,
Okay. I need verbal and somatic. So I need you to tell me what you're gonna do somatically, as in with your body, with your instruments. I don't care. Okay. It could just
Flavor
be
text.
okay. Okay. For all I care, if one of your somatic components involved was like magic missile, and you had to do this. Oh wait, let me pull up magic missile. Magic.
People yell magic missile because it requires a somatic. Or because it requires a verbal, I think.
Oh yeah, so like magic missile is just like it's like a fireball without fire. It's just a ball of magic. Okay, you can just go magic missile, and I point with my finger as I say magic missile. That's good. That's fine.
okay.
All right. So this is literally your first spell, so that's why I make it explicit. You can make it as simple or as complex as you want, just as long as the complexity isn't stupidly long.
Okay, so
She does the full entirety of Riverdance around the beat.
What do you do? What do you do? Actually, and since you're actually, oh yeah, and it is a minute long casting time. So whatever your verbal and somatic components are, you must be able to do it for about 1 whole minute.
okay.
Or at least summarize it of what you do for the whole minute.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's probably the way I expect it to be. Yeah. I didn't mean literally. It's,
It sounded literal.
I'll take literal.
Okay. I don't know what to do.
Take your time.
Soraya sees that Nora's getting nervous and says, "Well,
No. Oh, wait. Was that in character?
No, that wasn't in character.
Okay,
Oh,
you can't respond to that.
okay."
Okay.
Unless you want Soraya to break into song and dance to help you along.
Oh my gosh.
I think I'll just pull out my flute and start. Wait, for verbal, would it work if I just used an instrument?
You gotta at least you need to at least say two. I'm requiring you to say one syllable.
You can use your harp or your lute.
Okay.
Oh no.
I'll
You can say one syllable and then resume with the rest of your song. Like go la 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 or me. I will allow that.
Okay. So I
What
pull
does it
out
mean?
my flute and I start going like do re mi so fa la ti do, and then I play a song like an old Dian song, and it's like one of the ones that I would have played for the old ghosties, and I do a little dance to it. And
Describe
I
the dance a little bit.
so for my dance, I kind of shift around a little bit. It's kind of like doing the waltz.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, I'm imagining that. That's really pretty. Basically, like you're drawing the barrier with your feet.
Yeah. Like, I'm just doing a big waltz around you guys, and then I'm like landing in the middle. Like, as the minute is over.
All right, you do that. It's dark.
Okay.
I mean, that's supposed to happen, mind you.
Well, no.
Okay.
It's however light we want it to be in there.
How bright did you want it?
I wanted it to be.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you can command the interior to become dimly lit or dark, uh, and you can choose the color of your dome.
I'd say dimly lit, and I'd
Transparent from
want
the
the
inside.
color. I'd
So
want the
basically, it's
color to
like,
be like just black.
think of it like a one-way glass, Joseph.
Okay. All right. Well, wait, I missed the description again. Can you say that one more time?
Uh, I would want it to be dimly lit,
Got it.
so like you could read basically,
Okay.
and then the
Uh,
outside looking in would just be black.
Got it. All right, cool. You got that. It's good. Everybody's inside. Everybody. Just not everything, but everybody.
We wouldn't all fit in the radius?
How big is it? 10 foot? You won't be able to go hit, but
Well, it's 20 foot by 20 foot.
oh yeah, radius. Could you? Okay, yeah, you can fit everything. All right.
All
All
right.
right. No worries for like 8 hours. All right, cool. Anyway,
We slept?
you all sleep.
Amazing.
All right, cool.
Soraya is happy. Soraya also would have taken some time to read her books.
All right.
Just read, you know.
All right. Okay, so, well, any books that I need to know as a DM?
No, just reviewing them.
All right, cool. All right. Day 5, pretty much exactly the same. And then morning of day 6. What was it? You arrive at town. The people there are your customer. The caravan says thank you for saving us. You saved my son. You saved your boy, and I talked with Lady Yuki, and well, we are going to be very wary. The boy now understands the dangers that are present in the forest. Please, if you can, get rid of this threat.
Soraya nods. We will do our very best, and what I would kindly ask of you is that you warn people of this Yuki Onna that is in the forest, and if they could travel in groups, that would be ideal for them.
Yes.
If they must travel through the forest.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
Cool. What kind of town is this?
What is it? One second. So, I need to also describe that as you're reaching town, you enter a part of the forest that is distinctly different from the rest. The trees are taller, bigger, higher, thicker.
Are they different from trees that we've seen before?
They're different trees.
Sorry, I had to.
The tree, it almost, the trees almost look like, they've been burned. Like, it's not, it's distinctly different from from the trees that the forest you've been before, where, they're still alive looking, but this one looked like this entire forest is had, what was
So basically, this area of forest was burned, and and the town is in the middle of the burned area.
Yes. Well, not like right in the middle, but like it's like
Right.
at the edge of it.
Got it.
Yes. Although the trees, for the record, are still alive upon inspection by Tamin.
Soraya would. I'm guessing we're staying the night.
They're just
now.
very dark. They're just very, very dark trees that uh, that look like they've been burned.
Soraya would ask the caravan men about them.
She says they're not too sure about it, but it's a very distinct forest for this town. It at nighttime, during non-winter seasons, they grow leaves, but the leaves they fold during the daytime. They open up at night.
Hmm.
Which is they seem to what's it called, not like the harshness of the sun, but they enjoy but they seem to like absorb moonlight.
Soraya nods.
Yes. What's it called? He says that there is a what's it called? That there is a child of the Dian of Princess Isamo's Dian youth, who specializes in this forest.
Wait, say that one more time.
That there's a child of the Dian youth group that specializes in research in the forest of this forest.
Soraya nods. What clan is he of?
She's of the town's clan. Hold on.
If you don't have it, you don't have to get it. You can just say a placeholder for now.
Okay, I'll just say a placeholder. The Tori clan.
Soraya nods. Meaning that it's basically he said that there's a DNUs in the town that
Yes.
specializes in the forest, this kind of forest.
Yes.
Okay.
So I personally talked to her. She says that they capture moonlight, and therefore the trees are very distinctive and have a very eerie feel about them. The trees themselves are the trees, the wood of the tree brims with this unusual magic. Arrows made from this wood typically have a magical property. I don't know what, but she knows quite a lot about them. Although I mean, she also guards this forest, so I don't recommend trying to make arrows or anything out of the trees.
Certainly not.
She's very keen, and she and a few other Dian guards. Dian, I believe. She might actually have connections with the royal guards. But they watch carefully for poachers.
Soraya nods. Rightly as they should.
Mm-hmm. I recommend you not have contact with her if you can. She is quite defensive and quite aggressive. She's we've had encounters with her sometimes simply because we're from the outside, and she's highly protective of the town and the people and the forest.
Outside of the town.
Yes, anyone who comes outside the town, she has natural suspicion of. I'll be careful what you do.
We will be on our best behavior.
Yes. She likes enforcing laws, even the ones that we may not like.
What?
Even the ones we may not actually like follow through, minor offenses she takes seriously. And he looks around.
Soraya gives a understanding nod.
He looks over his shoulder and, looking to see for anything. So yes. Anyway, so when you say goodbye, you're in town now.
Okay. Soraya would look back at the group and suggest we leave immediately. Well, she talked to Yuki first.
Okay.
And yeah,
You
so
would say to
she'd go to
Yuki.
Yuki. Yeah, she'd go to Yuki and be speaking very quietly. Is there anything that you need in this town?
I don't know. I want to take a look. I haven't been here before.
Hmm. Well,
So she
would
talks.
you-
She talks to the caravan. Says, by the way, you wouldn't happen to know any shops here, would you? And the man directs her and says, "All right, let's go this way."
uh, uh, would Yuki have heard the thing about the DN youth being very defensive about outsiders?
Yes.
She's not worried at all. Okay. Let's see. Soraya would speak with Valbar and Taman, calling them by their DN names, and suggest that until Yuki is done with her shopping, unless there's anything we absolutely need, that we not stay in the town. Since, we need to get back to the man that assigned us to this caravan. Wink.
Could there possibly be a place to sell swords?
I'm not sure.
Well, Yuki knows. Yuki seems to know where the shops are where the marketplace is gonna be.
Oh, I thought you said that she left.
Oh no, I'm just telling Valbar what his wisdom tells him.
Okay. Basically, she followed the caravan man, likely to go shopping.
Would I be able to possibly express that I'm looking for a sword shop to Yuki? Or would I not know how to say that in DN?
Oh, you do. Oh, you do.
Sword, please.
Need sword. Take me, please?
So, anyway, well, yeah, you didn't say you went after Yuki, so Soraya would still kind of be huddled near both Taman and Valbar and say there's another very defensive Dean youth here. I would rather not encounter one. But we can have Yuki and Noru look for whatever kind of sword that you're looking for.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called.
Do you know what it looks like?
Yeah, it's a specific type of sword and a gem. I'm trying to find out the actual specific name for it.
But Valbar wouldn't know the specific name.
In real life, it's called Odachi.
Would he be able to draw a picture of it?
Well, yeah, it's just a gigantic freaking
he knows,
katana.
He knows how to draw a dachi.
Okay. Soraya instructs him to do that, and then tries to... It basically calls Noru over.
Noro, you being called over by Soraya.
Okay. I guess I go to her then.
Okay. Soraya looks to Noru. Valbar here would like to purchase a sword. However, we don't quite know the name of it, and she hands over a picture of it to Noru.
It's basically a gigantic katana that they used on horseback.
Okay.
Would you be able to? Would you be able to take a look in town here while we prepare some things for our departure?
Sure.
Thank you. And we'll be over by the road that we entered by.
Okay.
Okay. Soraya then guides the two boys back over by the entrance of the village.
Got it.
Or
Okay.
just not in town center.
All right. So, Noru, you catch up with Lady Yuki, okay?
Okay.
And Lady Yuki is just kind of just browsing through, you know, and what's it? She. What's it? What's your wisdom modifier?
My wisdom modifier. 1 second. 1.
Okay. Roll wisdom.
Okay. I got 14. So,
You think what's it called? Lady Yuki is trying to go ahead and find something of magical use.
Okay.
Lady's like, wait, I can. You see her ponder herself. Like, oh, I have an idea. So she decides to go to the blacksmiths. You go with her because swords and all. Over there you see you see like the blacksmith. He's got the swords. He's got some armor plates. It's actually a bit well stocked, and this is a prosperous city. You also see that there's also some bundles of arrow behind bundles of arrow shafts behind locked cages.
Okay.
And Lady Yuki is asking, about the worth, and she's questioning about the arrow shafts and if they're made of anything special. And she's just, having a conversation about the items.
Okay.
It is at this moment, someone bumps into you.
Oh. Did they bump into me really roughly, or was it like clearly an accident, or I don't know what was it?
It was roughly.
What does this person who has just bumped into me look like?
That's your cue to look over.
She is. Yeah, she
Oh.
she is a tall woman.
Oh.
In a blue kimono. She has an odd hat. And she says, I'm so sorry. I haven't seen you around here before." No, the kimono that she has little what's it called? Openings of white, gradually getting smaller and smaller as it goes up.
This is a nice kimono.
So
Well, she said she's sorry.
she says, "You must be visiting from a faraway place."
I say, it's fine, and yes, I'm not from here.
Do you have friends?
Yes.
That's good. Says, it says, "May I see your palm?"
Sure, why not?
She looks at your palm and she puts her hand over your palm, and she says, she asks, do you feel do you feel safe around those who are strange?"
Yeah.
Who's the strangest person you've ever met?
Balbar, cough, cough.
Whoa. Ooh. I'm not sure.
Well, tell your friends I might be missing. I am missing something that belongs to me.
What are you missing?
Friends.
And why does this affect me?
Savage. Fucking savage.
She kind of like snaps out of her like her tranquil and is like, "Oh, okay, all right." She just pulls back a bit and she's like,
Taken aback.
yeah, she's completely taken aback, and she says,
I always forget that you're just true neutral.
I don't know, man. She's not feeding me. What am I supposed to do?
It's just,
Like,
says, "Are you? So you wouldn't be a hero? You wouldn't have to be an adventurer by chance, would you?"
Fucking savage.
well, I am.
From a faraway place, so you must have a lot of nerve to be a young woman, to have as much composure to say that and to me. Oh my goodness.
Why do I give a shit?
So, by your voice, Joseph, is she getting like visibly emotional, or is she getting huffy,
She's getting emotional.
like teary-eyed?
Uh-huh.
Did I make this lady cry?
Yeah. You don't even know who she is.
Oh.
So, what would Noru do when being met with this?
I don't know. Guess I'll just be like, "Are you okay?"
This is, this is, yeah, I'm I'm fine. Tell your friends that this town is currently in danger. She whispers closer to your ear. They're
What?
and only passes by here every so often. I know.
Could you elaborate on that?
I can't say much because the only is here in the town right now.
Thank you. I'll tell my friends.
All right. So, Lady Yuki is starting to have an argument with the blacksmith, saying that is outrageous. It's like daylight robbery. You're a nut. You're a nut. You're a madman. I'm mad. You're a madman. And she keeps saying that over and over. And the guy's just got this deadpan look on his face. Like, are you serious?
Hey, lady, take your grandma
Mad.
home.
You're a madman. Crazy motherfucker. Madman. You
Noru,
are
do
crazy.
something. Soraya's
Crazy.
not there. She can feel the disturbance in the force. Soraya's not happy.
Well, I'm just imagining Soraya just sitting there, just taking the guys. He's like, I sense a disturbance.
Oh, it's too bad I can't go. I'm not there.
Good. In the right.
I could fix the situation. I know how.
My justice senses are tingling.
You're
Okay.
madman.
I just sort of walk up to Lady Yuki and just say, I think we should leave him alone.
Yeah. No one's gonna go and buy your crap. So she goes with you, Noru.
I kind of look back and just like mouth sorry. I don't know.
Alright, you took her out of the shop. What do you do?
We just look around at another place, I guess.
All right. What's it called? You meet the woman you met before one last time. Okay, and she bumps into both of you. Okay, and what's it? And what was it? What was it? Oh, I forgot to mention. On her usual hat, there is a really bright ribbon bow. Like it is this, like, really bright, really distinctive.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't recognize it from anywhere at all, though. But it's just like her taste in fashion is unusual.
For a
And
town in the middle of a forest.
Yes, with her hat, with her weird ass hat. It looks like the hat looks like a little like a little building, like a little temple.
What the fuck?
with a ribbon on top. So imagine like
And-
imagine a temple with a ribbon on top.
And she just literally bumped into you again. Both of you.
And she says, "Meet me in the town over past this town. If you want to know more about this, because I'm leaving this town."
Okay.
Hmm.
And it's just okay. Don't speak to anyone else about it because you could be targets.
Okay.
All right, cool. And then she kind of just prances off.
With a weird ass hat.
Yeah.
Alright, what do?
Hmm.
Okay. Well, I guess. Wait, does Lady Yuki know about what the lady just told me? Like, about the Oni being in town?
No, she's kind of confused, but she's kind of like she's what's it called? Scratching her chin and then she starts rubbing her temples and she's like, she must have aristocratic descent. She must be from the inner city.
What does this
Okay.
bossing say?
She must have money.
Hmm.
That hat alone is worth 100 gold.
Okay. I don't really know how to comment. Um, I don't know.
Well, you don't have to comment on it. You can just be like,
It's
whatever.
enchanted.
Hmm.
Those hats are enchanted with minor spells.
Okay. Well, I'm just like, oh, that's cool. So, anyways,
So she looks cool. Okay, she is she is holding. She is literally wearing a legalized weapon on her head as a garment. We need to meet her again, wherever this is.
Hmm.
So apparently, we can probably go
Okay.
ahead and get ourselves another job right after the current one we have. Oh yes, yes. I can't wait for the good life.
Um.
Spend the last few. Can't wait to spend the last years of my life just drinking good sake
okay.
until I pass out and never
What?
wake up.
What the fuck?
Yes,
Um,
alcohol poisoning. That's how I want to go.
Right.
Grandma, I think you need to cool it. I say, okay, well, besides her hat,
And maybe
Um,
in the inner city, not have servants. Just pampered every day. Ah. Maybe she has other friends who are clients too. Oh, yes,
Kate,
it could work.
just a note, when Joseph's rambling like this, you can interrupt him.
I don't get fed enough for this.
Um.
What are you talking about? So
Do you,
Ryan,
do you, do you say that out loud?
Yay.
You say that out loud?
Huh?
You get said out loud. You say that out loud?
Oh no, I just no, I just think that in my head. Um,
We can move on
I-
from gruel. Rice gruel. Start going for something with fish.
I start to lead Lady Yuki away from buildings and more towards a secluded area.
You're in a secluded area.
We are?
Yes.
Okay. So I lean in to tell her that the woman warned me about an Oni in
Oh shit. We gotta get out of here.
yeah.
You were just letting me ramble.
You were just letting me ramble. Let's get out of here. Let's go. Let's go.
But wait.
There's nothing worth here. There's nothing here worth buying anyway. It's just magic arrows and big ass swords.
But. In
So-
that Valbor is disappointed.
Valbar feels the disturbance in the sword force.
Valbar feels that he has lost the opportunity on the giant sword so that he can finally be like Cloud in Final Fantasy.
What's Final Fantasy?
Oh my god.
All right. So now what?
Okay. I guess I kind of just follow her lead.
But
So you get back to Soraya.
Soraya is surprised to see you guys back so quick.
Okay.
What did you guys get all your shopping done? Did you find the item?
There's nothing. The blacksmith there is insane. He's a madman. She shakes her
Right,
head,
right.
rolls her eyes.
We
Soraya
found
raises
something
the brow.
more important.
Soraya raises her other brow.
Valbor looks with disappointment and
I tell
slight anger.
Soraya what the lady told me.
Soraya gets very serious. What did this lady look like?
She was wearing a blue kimono, and she had this weird hat on.
What color was her hair? What color were her eyes?
Are you referencing something, Rachel? Because if you're
Yeah.
pulling it up, I need to go ahead and look at it and then reinforce it. If it's true.
Hold on.
Skyplink. Skyplink.
It's in reference to a specific character that had that trait. I don't have it written down though.
Okay, well, she describes that person.
Exactly?
No. I mean, she says she has, black hair, red eyes.
Oh.
What?
Well, I just messaged you.
Message me what? I didn't get any message.
Gosh darn it, did I put it in the wrong chat?
Most likely.
Yeah, it's right there.
Okay. This. No.
Okay.
No. Black hair. Actually, it's gonna be green eyes, and yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Alright, Soraya calms down a bit. But for her to say that there's one here, that's a rather serious claim. And if there is one here, perhaps that's the creature that's responsible for the disappearances. where did this lady say that she wanted us to meet her?
In the next town over. Like the next town after this one.
Is there only one way in? Or basically, are there only two paths to this village? The one we came in and the one that the lady went down?
No, there's one going north, and there's a path that the town is on a sort of like on a hilly area. So the path, there's a path that starts from outside of town around town, and goes all the way around town to the road to the next town.
So one goes to the mountain, one goes to the next town.
Yes.
Okay. Soraya kind of nods, and looks at Yuki. I think that this mission would be taking priority, considering that it's more likely that this is the creature causing the massive disappearances.
This is no.
Or wait, sorry. Bleh. I meant to say, considering it's much more of a hostile creature. That's what I meant to say. Sorry.
She's taking a hit. No. I don't think we're ready to go ahead and take on any Onis. This especially in this situation, and about that girl that the caravan mentioned. Okay. If you are from outside, we are likely to be suspects. If things go bad.
Correct.
So, I say, until, and she's like rolling her eyes, and she's like, okay. For all they know, we're nobodies. We're strangers, okay, in this town, okay? If we don't have a reputation, then we don't have anything to go ahead and validate our identity as not Oni.
Correct. And Soraya just kind of sighs.
However, I thought this through. I thought about it very quickly, because I'm smart. And she closes her eyes and points to, and she lays her finger on her collarbone, pointing towards her head, and like chin up, because I'm smart. Are you imagining that?
Soraya sees that.
And so smart. If we take care of the Yuki Onna, and we let, some, and we let people know that we got this thing, okay, and maybe it's something to show for it. We could, have a better standing to prevent that from happening. We could have like say, hey, we're not Oni, because I know that all of us has something to hide. And she looks around at everybody. And if this person is as bad as she is,
In
I don't want
medicine,
any part of it.
does
I don't want any part of it.
does what's her name, Katie's character, know that I'm
No, she
not
doesn't know.
Trudian?
She has
Okay.
no idea.
She doesn't know that Soraya, Taman, and Valbar are not Dian.
Oh no, she
Okay,
knows
so-
Taman's not demon. Dian. She knows.
But she don't care.
She don't care. But
Okay.
no, he's human. He's not literally. She has.
He's not an actual different race, per se.
per se, but she is. she has yet.
Species.
Yes. She has not met like a gnome or a ladrin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lady Yuki doesn't care.
She knows we're not DN and we're not human, but she doesn't care. Anyway, so Soraya kind of thinks for a moment and nods in understanding. Ultimately, I don't want to spend any time in this town, or I want to avoid as many officials as possible. I just, well, I'd just rather not. And you'd be right in that if we take care of this Yuki Onna, we would be less suspicious upon arriving in a town if we have a reputation as such. However, if there is one of those creatures here, I do worry for that girl that lives in this town, if she is of the status that she seems to be. In a town previous, there was also an Oni attack, and it went for the top chain of command immediately, and managed to, well, I can only guess that it had taken him out and taken his place.
It's like she's like, well, yeah. Onis can do quite a lot of good infiltration like that. I say we go one step at a time. Okay.
Soraya nods.
If you really think we should stay in this town,
Soraya shakes her head.
all right. So, what's the next plan?
Soraya turns and looks back towards the forest that they came out of. The snowy one. That's not dead.
Great.
So, what?
Well, this is great. She said, "Great. I have already developed some idea of how we can engage this. We will be needing horses, however. We're gonna have to go ahead and go straight back to town.
Horses?
Wait a second." And then she looks at Noru. No. You child. And she puts her hand on Noru's head. You will be the key to our victory. And she looks deep into your eyes, Noru. And she says,
Okay.
and this is first. Is it? Yeah. So yeah, we're ended there. So she puts her hand on Noru and says, "This child will be our key to victory."
Bubba is disappointed.
Soraya nods.
All right. So endgame. GG.
Yeah, I'd say endgame. We have a good starting point for the next one.